Yo, so something interesting that came up into my head when I was sleeping last night is that do Pokemon have languages? Like humans have actual languages. You know, like how we have English, Japanese, we have Germany. Not how did I say Germany? I mean German, whatever, blah. Like we have different languages, right? Do Pokemon characters have different languages? Like I'm trying to think that because like let's say like Kanto and Unova, right? They're completely far off. Do they speak the same languages or not? And I don't mean like, oh, our language. I mean like an actual like language that's different from what or whatever. Because we know like they have there's like French in Unova, but that was more so to like tease Kalos, right? Because it's French. Do we have actual like Pokemon like actual languages? Because I think that would be super cool to understand. Because like I don't know, I think languages is such a really cool concept to the Pokemon world. Because like how does it work? Like does everyone just know the same exact language? That's just something that I find very interesting. I would love for Pokemon to expand upon. Because I don't just mean like French or whatever. I mean like an actual like Pokemon language. I would like them to like maybe like tease it or like just say it outright if they have some kind of language. Because that's just a very interesting concept. Because in the real world, we have a whole bunch of languages. Even with something like, let's say, Spanish, like, depending on where you're from, Spanish is very different. Because um, I was talking to my friend who is Mexican, like, he told me, like, oh, yeah, uh, Spanish from Mexico and Spanish from like let's say Peru or somewhere in South America, somewhere like that. It's different. Like it's like you can probably like know what they're trying to say. Like you'll know what they're trying to say in their thing, but like they still have like their own dialect. They have their own kind of what's it called? What's it called? Slang. They have different options for everything, so it's just very interesting, and I would love to see that in an actual Pokemon game. Like they just expand upon it, because I know, like I was saying before, like in Unova, they have people who are speaking French when you use like an English game, because they had Kalos coming up and they were teasing that, but I would just want to see what they do because I just think that would be very, very interesting overall. So yeah, that's pretty much all this video is about because I just want to like this is a discussion type thing because if you know this that if anyone knows this in the comments if they have actually have like uh canon like languages because they don't all have to have their own language. Like for example, like Johto and Kanto, like they could share the same language because they're super close next to each other, right? And they probably know the same language because they're really connected, and maybe even Sinnoh because Sinnoh is right above them. So maybe they all share the same languages, but it's more so like, what about Unova and Kanto? Can they speak the same language? Probably just because it's Pokemon and like like they just want to like have everyone talk to each other because you have Pokemon gym leaders or any trainers from past generations speak, but like we don't know this, and it's just something that I find would be interesting if they went into it and actually talked about it. Because I don't know, I just think it would be pretty cool to see, like maybe in an anime someone speaks a different language than the other ones. Like obviously that's not like anything that's gonna happen most likely, but I would like that to happen, and I would like to see that happening because I think it's actually genuinely really cool. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments because that would be very interesting to me to know if they do have that, like if they have their own languages, not just like uh English and French. That would be interesting to know if they actually do have that in the Pokemon universe, but like realistically it's a it's just like it would be cool like if they had a Cantonian language because we know I think before they said hey there are accents before, because I think I remember like in one of the games they said they have a Cantonian accent or something like that. That's something I think they do have, but I would just like to see if the actual like games have a language system, because that would just be cool. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think, and goodbye.